The Central Club.
Do you need a work uniform? Want to start a clothing brand? Or maybe you have a football kit that needs a logo printed? Well, if I was you, I'd get in touch with the Re-Inspire Printing Company down Treforest Industrial Estate for the finest printing and embroidery in Wales. I use them for my custom-made mankini, but you could use them for t-shirts, hats, hoodies, and many, many other things. Do you need a new whip? Is your jalopy letting you down? Well, if I was you, I'd get in touch with Ryan Scott Motor Group down on Bessemer Road, Cardiff, for some of the best deals around. Our sponsors promises their customers free delivery, finance arranged, part exchange accepted, and no buyer or admin fees. It also includes HPI and category clear, and all vehicles are warranted. Again, Ryan Scott Motor Group. Get in touch. What's going on, people? Welcome to the Central Club. This episode is brought to you by Re-Inspire Printing and Ryan Scott Motor Group. Today we have one of the up-and-comers of the YouTube world. With his channel combining real-life issues with light-hearted content, he's quickly building a strong community with his platform. He spends his weeknights going live talking to members and subscribers, and on the weekend he takes his equipment and completes crazy challenges requested by his viewers. But like everyone, he has a past, and a past what he wants to share with us today. And as you know, we are a voice for adversity. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you, Mr. Paul Grenoug, aka Fighting Trolls.
Welcome on.
Yes, people in the house. Good to be here, boys.
Welcome on, Paul. Thank you for coming down. How was your stay in Cardiff?
Well, it was all right, to be honest, decent. But obviously, I've kept off the beer and that. Obviously, I've met up with a few of the boys and just being around, just seeing sights, and I just chilled. But I'm going on the beer today, obviously.
Yeah, you're going to watch Wales tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Wales rugby today,
Nice.
so make sure you get on
With
it.
the jersey on.
With the jersey on.
Yeah. Got a little jersey there for you. I'm going to give you later.
In house.
You should have worn it yesterday. You was going to go to the football.
Yeah, but what I decided, because if I would have went to the football last night, then I would have been I wouldn't have been on point today. Do you know what I mean? I would have been a bit tired.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm on
I
point.
was-
I'm on 100% point. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Well, listen, I come across you randomly on YouTube, and being in the YouTube game ourselves, we just naturally started watching your lives, and I think you're a very likable person, which clearly shows with the loyal following you're having at a fast pace.
Yeah.
But as we all know, being in the public eye, it can bring a lot of negative attention as well. And recently, you've been targeted, ironically enough, with your own trolling campaign.
Yeah.
I'd like to open up the conversation really with, when you started YouTube, did you ever expect this, and how were you coping with the negativity?
To be honest, I didn't expect it to be as bad as some people do, because some people are really nasty out there. Nasty, mate. So I did not expect it to be like that. But obviously, as the more I grow, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So I'm ready for it. I've got a lot of people behind me who are telling me, giving me good advice, what's it called? Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, they're giving me that as well. So I'm taking everything on board, and I'll get through it. I'll get through it. But it is bad, mate.
Yeah, well, for the people who don't know, obviously, your life has been, your whole adult life basically is basically been on the other side of the wall. What I mean by that is most of your adult life you've been in prison.
Yeah.
I'd like to do what we do with all our guests, is take you back from the start and see who you was as a young Paul Grenoug, and see how you went down that life, if that's okay.
Yeah,
You pulling that face, you're funny guy. So where you from?
Yeah, so I'm from a little place called Baggelt. Yeah.
Sorry, say that again?
A little place called Baggelt.
Baggelt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a little village in North Wales. Yeah. It's obviously in Flintshire. Yeah. So I was born there, and obviously through my childhood, I had a good childhood, mate. You know what I mean? I had mum supported me very well, and I had a dad, but they split up at an early age for me, so it kind of affected my life. Yeah. I didn't realise it affected my life, but it did. I had to have a social worker when I was 11 for my anger issues and my being naughty and stuff like that. So I had the social worker involved and all that. So I think that was the cause of why I spiralled out of control throughout my life. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. So what age did your father leave then?
To be honest, I think it was around 9 or 10 or 11. One of them.
As soon as that happened,
Yeah,
it
as soon
was
as yeah. So I was like living in between both of them. I was living with my nana, do you know, because I was a bit of a naughty kid. Do you know what I mean? So I was living in between them, and that's what probably messed me up a little bit through my adult life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. During school, primary school, high school, did you ever play any sports, or was you ever into anything?
Yeah, I was into football as a young age. I played football quite a lot. My mum used to take me every weekend. My dad used to take me. So I played quite a lot of football, but as I got into high school, that's when things changed, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So did your dad still like have contact with you? Did you still see your dad?
Yeah. Well, until like I got a bit older. Obviously, we'll go into that in a bit. But yeah, I seen him all the time. I lived with him and that, you know. So because obviously my mum couldn't handle me, so I moved in with my dad, and you know I lived with him, and then I went to my nanny's, and you know I was in between them all. It was just my behaviour that was getting him, you know.
Yeah. And relative-wise, I know you have a sister. Was it just you two, or?
Yeah, growing up, yeah. I've got a little brother and sister now. They're like 5 or 6, and then one of them's like 2 or 3 or something like that.
Really?
I don't know how old they are. Like, it's bad, but I just don't know.
It's bad. Nah, fair enough.
Yeah, because my dad got with a girl that was in my year, well, a year above me in school. So he got with her like 10 years ago, yeah. He stayed together. They were
She's the same age as you?
Same age as me.
Did you know her?
Well, he met her through me, yeah.
Really? That's mad, isn't it?
I'll tell the story stacking off in it. So
was she originally your bird?
This is how my dad met her, right? Me and my dad, right? I was about 17, I think. So it must have been longer than that. Yeah, it was longer. It was about 17 or 18, maybe a little bit younger. So we went to the Queen's pub in Greenfield, yeah. And we were, me and my dad having a bevy, you know, and she was in there and with her mates. I said, look, Dad, I said, I'm going to get on her tonight. And he went, look, son, he said, I'll see if I can get on her first. I went, whatever. Right, so we ended up like having a bit of a competition, yeah. If you see this, Dad, I'm sorry, all right? He ended up getting on her, right? And he stayed with her for like over 10 years, mate. From that time, he stayed with her over 10 years and had 2 kids with her, mate. He just recently split up with her, like.
How old's your old man then?
He's 55.
Is he still like young-minded? Is he quite a bad guy?
He's like me. He's very young-minded, like crazy, mad. You know,
to have the relationship where you have a competition about who's going to link this girl first. It must have been a mad. Like me and my dad, I would never. I'd slap my dad if he done that. Do you get me?
Yeah. Well, later on through the story, I'll tell you like what happened with my dad, and you know, through So
fair enough.
Did you make it all the way through school?
No, I'm going to get to. Do you want me to get to that bit now?
Crack on.
So when I was 11, we went to high school for one day. Do you know when you go to high school for a day and you test it out?
In primary school, and then you go like the one day.
You go to the high school for one day. So I went there for one day and I seen everyone from different areas, and I was like a little boy, wasn't it? So I ended up snogging a couple of birds, and I, you know, on my first day, yeah, I remembered it, yeah. And then obviously I met up with like the wrong crowd, yeah. So anyway, when I went back to high school, yeah, that was when it started spiraling a bit. I only lasted about, I think it was 6 or 8 weeks, and I got permanently expelled from there for good. They would never have me back in that school. I wasn't allowed 150, like they said, you can't come, because I was going around there. This was a bit after. They said they banned me from the outside surroundings.
The premises.
150 yards around the whole school. I was not allowed anywhere near it.
Chasing skirts and
I was just a little lunatic.
What, because of the girls?
No, I was just naughty. I was just like in class. So say he was in class now, yeah. I'd be like, who the I'm talking to, and just being mad and just chucking things and just crazy kid.
I was the same in school. I got kicked out, and they said to my parents, they said, if they come on that road or that road, they call the police straight away. I had exactly the same
that's
thing.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what happened, bro, yeah.
Fuck it.
I ended up going to obviously a referral school. It's called Fluid On, yeah. Obviously I went there then, and obviously like they try and help you and all that, but we were just there smoking weed and you know, having McDonald's, going to
that's what you get the naughty ones. It's just very lenient, isn't it?
Yeah,
just for you to do something.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty. I enjoyed it in that school, to be honest.
Yeah, fair play. You probably get the best out of you like that anyway with someone like yourself.
Yeah.
What was this in Bagel then? In the town you're from? Is that where your school was? Was it just like one high school in your village, or like?
No, it was a school called Holywell High. So that Holywell High got everyone from like the Strand, which was a rough area, the Holway, which is a rough area, and then all of Holywell, like Permice and all that, and then Carmel and and then Carmel and, you know, places like that.
So this is in Flintshire?
Flintshire,
So, because I remember we was having a conversation about Flint as well, like what type of, like, I wanted to know basically what the area is like you're from, and so what's Flintshire like as a place?
I'll be honest here, it's a pretty mad little town, like, it's pretty mad, like Flint, Mould, and, like, people underestimate the places, but it's
because
rough.
It's small places.
Yeah, it's rough, mate, and, like, the Welsh people, they just, don't know what it is, they just love fighting and drinking. And
is there a lot of drugs on that involved there?
Yeah, there was a lot of drugs involved, around that area, yeah. Be honest,
What, like cocaine,
or
heavier stuff?
Yeah, no, like back then it was just like cocaine or whiz or, you know, ecstasy tablets and, you know, just stuff like that. Party drugs, party drugs,
yeah. Fair play. So what was the you said, like, you know, that's when things got bad when you was in high school. What was the like the first type of thing, the first couple of things you was doing which were, you know, naughty, basically?
What I was doing, mate, is just like I was hanging around with a lad called Steve. Yeah, I don't want to say his second name, but they were a bit of a family, like well-known family in that area. People will know who I mean, but I don't want to say names on here, like second names,
Yeah.
So I hung around with Steve from a very young age, and me and him used to just get about battering people and drinking all the time and going out with the travelling community and just being naughty, mate. You know what I mean?
What were you trying to achieve? Like
we don't know. We just thought we were the lads. Like, you know, we were just, you know, being stupid.
Did your mum ever have any control of you, or did she try to help you? And did she know what was going on?
Yeah. She tried helping me. Yeah, obviously, because she tried helping me, but she couldn't. Do you know what I mean? I was out of control, mate, when I was young.
Not staying at home? Or?
No, not staying at home and staying out all the time, and then she'd be at people's houses. Where is he? What's he doing? And do you know what I mean? I was smoking. I was getting drunk all the time. It was bad, like.
Your mother, she's like, I've seen photos now on, because obviously on your channel I follow you now.
Yeah.
She seems like a lovely woman. Was she none the wiser of the things you were doing back then, or is she streetwise? Like, you know, does she know what you're doing?
Yeah, she's very streetwise. Yeah, she obviously knew what we were up to. Do you know what I mean? But she just wanted me to, like, be good. Do you know what I mean? That's all she wanted, and I regret it now. Do you know what I mean? Was
there any other time? Was there any times at that time where you thought, I want to become this, or did you try, or was it literally you just went off the rails?
I wanted to be a footballer, obviously, because in school, right? I went to the naughty boys school, yeah, and we used to play football on a Friday. So I kept playing football, and then when I was in year 10, I got a placement in Flint High, so I started playing football again. Do you know what I mean? And it was good, I was enjoying it, but like I didn't last there, I got kicked out of there as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then I went to college, and I was just out of control. Me and Steve were just like that, yeah, inseparable, and we were just mad heads, like.
Do people know you in the area, like Paul and Steve? Fucking as like.
Yeah, well, their family. Do you know what I mean? Not so much
by
me.
that reputation alone.
Not so much me, like the nutter, but like who you're with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like, because they're well known they're quite well known. Do you know what I mean? Not in a good light by some people. In a good light by some people. They were always good to me. The family, they always showed me respect, looked after me. So I can't say anything bad about them. Do you know what I mean?
Was you committing serious crimes from the get go, or was it like a slowly? Gradually. What was some of the things you get up to which, you know, were quite naughty?
What, in my childhood?
Yeah, you know, when you're teenagers, you're hanging around with Steve now, like, you know, you didn't go to jail straight away.
No.
So, like, there was a progress.
Yeah, it was always just, like, smashing cars up and just, like, getting drunk and just battering people. And
so, antisocial behaviour.
Antisocial,
it wasn't to make money, it was just more antisocial.
He had the job. He used to look after us when we were young, do you know what I mean? He's a couple of years older than me, so he got a job, so when he used to get paid, and obviously his family had a bit of money, and they used to look after us, you know what I mean? Like, they used to give us money all the time. His dad, his mum used to, you know, and we used to rob all the time. So we used to rob alcohol and crate runs, we used to call them. And what we used to do as well, we used to go like all different places and just like go in restaurants, yeah, just eat loads of food, drink loads of beers.
Do a runner,
That was our thing. That was, you know, when we were young, that was our thing.
Was you blacklisted?
Everywhere. We used to go everywhere, mate. Everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And that was our thing when we were younger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So is Flintshire on the border of England, or is that like nowhere near? Because obviously Wrexham, and that's on the border to like England and
stuff.
It's on
Flinch's on the border.
It is, isn't it? So did you ever go over to like England and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I lived in Liverpool from, I think it was 2005. You know, when 2005 it was, because it was when that lad got done for putting a slab over someone's head. Michael Shields. So when I was living in Liverpool with his family, because they had to move because the house fire, they had the house fire, yeah. So we had to move. I moved over there with him. Do you know what I mean? So I was on the run as well. So basically,
what was you on the run for?
I was on the run for smashing my mum's boyfriend's car up.
Right. Why was there family beef going on? Was it as I'm?
I guess so.
Well, that's what I was. That's a good question, really. Because what I was going to say is, you obviously say your mum got a boyfriend and stuff, and
yeah.
Do you think did you get on with him?
Partly I got on with him, yeah, but there's a few stories I've got to tell you about it. So I went to jail around him. Do you know what I mean?
So all right then. So how old are you this time? You were Steve. You know, you're committing crimes. Were you 18, 19, 20?
No, when we were doing all that, it was from the age of like 14. We started doing that. 14, mate. Yeah.
So when was the first time you got arrested and
14.
So when was the first time you went to jail?
17 was.
So you was very, very young then.
Yeah, I was.
What was
17.
what was the first conviction? What was it?
It was smashing my mum's boyfriend's car up outside the house. With a hammer, just smashed
So the
it.
first
you
conviction
really
you went to
hated
jail.
your mum's boyfriend then, did you?
No, well, not really. No, I was just a loose cannon. Do you know what I mean? And it was over an argument. So I just used to pop. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Did he press charges? So did he press charges, or
He
like
must-
was it just CPS took it out
Do you
of
know
their
what?
hands?
They must have rung the police on me.
So the first jail sentence you done was
it was
'cause of
over
some-
that. No, I got put on tag for that. Right, so I got put on tag for it, but I was doing cockling, a job called cockling, yeah? Have you heard of cockles?
On the beaches?
On the beaches, so I was doing that quite a lot through my childhood, I forgot to say that.
Is that good money?
Yeah, it's very good money. I forgot to say that as well, I was doing that with my dad, and I was doing that quite a lot. That's how I got quite a bit of money through my childhood as well. So I was doing that, and so basically I had that job, and I was on tag, and I said, look, I'm going to go down there, I'm just going to go down Cardiff. It was down Tenby it was. So I said, I'm going to just go down there, and if I breach my tag, I breach it, I need money. So I went down there and just cut my tag off, come back home, went to court, they gave me another chance. So I was like, I need money.
You always get them chances, don't you? Before that first time in jail, you'll have your suspended sentences, you'll have your tags, you'll have your fucking community service. You have them 9 lives, like.
Yeah, so I ended up just going down there a second time, innit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I ended up just cutting it off, and I was down there on the bevies with the lads and that, come back, went to court again, but I just thought, they'll just give me another tag, won't they? You know? You know what I mean? Yeah. I ended up going there, my mum took me, yeah? I ended up going, I was there in front of him, like that, yeah? Looking at him next minute, was talking, and then I heard the doors go, so I looked, like at next minute, two security guards were coming through the door. Yeah, so I didn't know, do you know what I mean? And they were standing there, and they were like, Mr. Greenough, we're going to give you 6 months deal free. So I looked behind me, my mum started crying, but, Mum, what's going on here, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Started crying, yeah? And then he took me through the door, I was crying, what's going on, you know what I mean? He was only 17, I was crying, yeah, she was crying, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie, I was crying, bro.
So it weren't like, so your first sentence weren't like a heavy crime, it was something you done, you obviously went to court, the tag, and then you breached that. Yeah. So what was your first experience like in jail? Talk us through it. Where did you go?
I'll be honest to you, mate, right? I was on the bus, but I had a few boys in Stoke Heath. So I thought, buzzing, we're going to go to Stoke Heath, do you know what I mean? Darren, Tomo and all that was in there. They were all in there. So we got on the bus, there were 6 of us. I go in there, I was like nervous as hell. And then when we got there, they went, 2 of you going to Wellington House. This was late at night as well, yeah? So, and then it ended up being me and this lad called Daniel Finley from Ellesmere Port, yeah? So it ended up being me and him going. So I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? So then, mate, I was like, first time thinking, what to expect. So anyway, I got there, it was late at night, do you know what I mean? And he put us on this enhanced swing, and it was like dead small. It was only like 5 or 6 pads, and then there was the block across the way with 2 pads. It was only a small jail.
Where is this to then?
It's in Stoke. It's actually in Stoke-on-Trent.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's called Wellington House.
Yeah, because Stoke Heath isn't in Stoke,
no,
it's in Shropshire.
No. Yeah, so
you've got this. To know that.
Yeah, you've got Wellington House, that's actually there. So anyway, I'll go through it quickly. We got there, blah, 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 got on that wing, and then they ended up putting us on B wing. So I ended up getting padded up with this lad, right? His name was Kyle, yeah? So anyway, got padded up with him and all that. I was getting used to the jail life, you know. And then just as I started getting used to it, he started bullying me, mate. Started like hitting me at night, you know, jumping up and like smacking me on, you know, when I was on top bunk and all that, bullying me, bro.
I fucking hate
bullies, do you know what I mean? And I didn't know what to do. It was my first time in jail. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, how long was you in there for? As well?
I got 63, but I was in there for like say 2 weeks, I think.
In the cell with him.
Yeah, about 2 weeks, and then obviously when like we got used to each other, he just started like bullying me every night. And I'm not joking. I'll be honest to you, mate. He was making me cry some nights, and I was going on the phone to my family. I was dead anxious, dead like upset, and they were like, "What's the matter?" But I didn't want to tell them I was getting bullied.
And the first time you're in as well, like you don't really know about, like, you know if you've been experienced. Like, you go in and say, I ain't getting to that with that guy, or come in with me. Like,
you don't know.
You know the ropes. When you don't know the system, you just think you're stuck with this kid. And I bet it was horrible, innit? Trying to go to sleep at night.
Horrible, mate. It was horrible, and it went on for like a couple of weeks, mate. And
you don't know how long you're going to be in there for.
No, that's what I mean. I didn't know. And the worst part about it was going on the phone to my family, and then they're like, "What's the matter? We know something's up." And I've got that bad anxiety, and I'm like nearly crying. Well, I was crying sometimes on the phone. Do you know what I mean? And one night I was just like, I just lost my head, bro. I lost my head. Yeah, we had loads of canteen, because he used to make me buy my canteen and not eat. No, not eat it. Like put it on show.
What?
Do you know what I mean? Like buy loads of shower gels.
One of them weirdos. I hate that. You go in jail and like you need a shower. You know. Like your mate will have, like, your mate probably doing bits on the wing. He's got full of shower gels, man. You've got no shower gel when you've just come in. Oh, let me nick one of them. No, man, you're ruining my display. I hate them people. I hate them people.
Well, he was one of them.
Ruining my display.
Yeah, he was one of them. So what happened was, mate, I just fucking had. Sorry for swearing.
Sorry.
I had enough one night, and I just jumped down, and I just went like that with all the stuff, whacked it all everywhere, I got the shower gel, started squirting them out. I said, I'm having it with these screws now, watch! Just to get out, and we had the brush in our pad, or a mop or something, and I smashed the pane in the glass, and I was just going sick, get me out of here. Do you know what I mean?
That was because of him,
You just built up, like, it just flew up.
Yeah, so when the officers finally come and started walking me down to the block, I started to burst out crying, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Because you're in trouble now with something else.
Yeah, and I was upset, but it was kind of a
relief for getting out.
It was kind of a relief, to be honest, mate, because it was making me bad anxiety. Do you know what I mean? And then I got down the block and I said, look, I'm getting bullied. I can't go in that pad. I wasn't being a snitch or anything. I was just in a bad place. You know what I mean, mate? I said, I just need out that pad, like, do you know? And then they put me in a single pad then.
Have you ever come across that guy since then?
Well, yeah, I'll be honest here. Yeah, I come across him about 3 or 4 years later in Stoke Keith. I was going to go into that story in a bit, but do you want to just
get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah?
All right, and so obviously this prison sentence.
Yeah, but to be honest, it learnt me a lot, Cullen.
Yeah.
Helped me out, to be honest. Even though it was a bad thing, it helped me out for all the other jail sentences.
Yeah. I think we all got to go through a shock in the system.
Yeah.
I did when I went to fucking Birmingham for the first time, like my first sentence, and I cried. I cried on the phone to my family. Do you know what I mean? So, so you've come out.
Yeah.
Straight back into the same thing, or did you in your mind have like? Because it must have been a shock to you, and like you must not have wanted to go back. So, or did you? When you come out, when you was coming out with that sentence, did you think, I'm not coming back again?
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you. So I'll just tell you. 2 days before I was getting out, the police come to interview me, and it was over a murder that happened. So I don't want to go too much into it because obviously I wasn't involved in it. It was just they thought because the people I was around basically was involved in this murder. So basically I got interviewed for this murder and I said, look, I don't know anything about it. I said, I literally don't. I said, I'm not involved in anything like that. Like, do you know what I mean? I said, that's not me. It's not my game. I'm just a young lad. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I thought after that I wasn't getting out. So I got out 2 days later, and it was just a day after my birthday. So anyway, I got out of jail, and I was only out for another 6 months. I ended up I ended up going back to jail. But what I'll do, I'll lead you up to why I went back to jail. Do you want me to tell you now?
Yeah, run with it, Paul. Run with it.
So what happened was 6 months after getting out, I was working in a place called Mitre,
The football thing.
Yeah, it makes these it makes these things for like see them up there.
Mitre,
I know,
plastic things. So we made them. So I was working there anyway. So what happened was what happened then? Oh, yeah, I was working in Mitre. So anyway, one night I come home from work right at 10 o'clock at night. So I went through my front door. And I'm going to just tell the truth here. So I went through the front door, looked on the stairs. My mum's there crying on the stairs, bro. All black and blue and all that. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, do you know what I mean? She's crying, so I hugged her and all that. And she told me, she was like, look, this was her husband by the time now, she was married to him. She got married.
Whose door you smashed in with a...
Yeah, this car, his car.
That same guy.
Yeah, so she was married to him now. So anyway, she told me, she was like, look, he's been beating me up for ages on the sly, without, like, anybody knowing. Like, look at all these marks, on the body, so nobody could see. Little scumbag, mate, trust me. So anyway, that happened, mate, and what happened then?
You must have been vexed.
Yeah, I was vexed, mate. I was fuming. So anyway, I left it for a bit, and what happened then? My mum had, I don't know if I should say this, but anyway, she've come across a bit of money in the bedroom, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? So
randomly.
Randomly.
Yeah.
So she said to me, she went, look, son, she went, we're going to go and get some new clothes and we're going to go on holiday, because my nana and that was out in Turkey. So what happened then was, when I got our new clothes, ended up going to Turkey, yeah? So when we was in Turkey, my other family was stuck up. I'm not asked if you see it, I'll speak the truth. They're stuck up, they look down on me, do you know, because I've been in jail. And,
we all get a family member like that.
Yeah, so they looked down on me anyway. We went out there to see my nana and that, but they was like, oh, I'm not having him in this hotel because he's pissed, he's just causing trouble and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, on the last day of that holiday, I nearly got nicked because I had an argument with my mum and smashed the hotel room up, yeah? The hotel, I think it was the window or something like that. But that's what I mean, I used to just flip, you know what I mean? And I regret it all now. But so anyway, you know the hotel people, yeah? They was like, look, we'll ring the police if you don't pay us this much. So we had to pay a big fine, yeah? Give them a big lump of money. So when we've come home, she said, you're not coming back to live here, you're going to your dad's. So I went to my dad's, yeah? So I was living with my dad, and anyway, I come back, I'm trying to think of it, how it went. I'll just get to the point anyway. So I went on another holiday with my friend, yeah? So this was over the space of like a month or whatever, yeah? Went on another holiday with my friend, and when I come back, I went to my dad's, yeah? So we were all drinking in my dad's. We were like, look, we'll go up to town on the piss, yeah? So I took a big fucking chopper with me. I always used to carry knives, yeah?
Why?
I don't know, I just always wanted to... Do
you think that was just an image, like people to think like, Paul carries knives?
Were people you knew done the same thing, like?
Yeah, a lot of people I knew used to carry, not a lot, but a few of them.
Because I know most people I know that carry knives, it's usually because they know who they got beef with carries knives.
Yeah,
so it's like, I've got to protect my own.
Yeah.
Was it like that for you?
No, but you do get people who just carry knives.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
They'll never use it, but I'm not saying you wouldn't use it. I'm saying like some people will attract that violence by carrying a knife when they were never going to use it.
It's like live by the knife, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I obviously carried the knife and I did use it, do you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, well, I'm going to get to this now. So, obviously, we was in my dad's all having a drink. So, we said, we'll go up to town. So, all I thought in my head, if we go up to town and we see my mum's ex-husband, I'm going to put one in him, yeah? I'm going to shiv him
for
up.
what he done.
Yeah, because I wanted revenge for what he put my mum through, battering her on the slide.
So you're planning this in your head?
So I was planning this in my head, right? So I took a big chopper about that big, yeah, put it down my pants. We all went up to town. Got to town and all that, went to the cross up the top. Me and Darren decided to go downtown to see who was down the other bit of town. So we started walking down, seeing this lad that Darren didn't get on with, just pulled up. So he was like, let's go and get him, Darren, yeah? So we run over. He was in the car, like, start trying to pull him out, smacking him up and that, giving it him. He spun off. So we started walking downtown. Who did we see? Only my stepdad, walking with his two mates. That was it, wasn't it? Shave out, run over to him, went to put one in him, yeah? And he was, like, dodging out the way, I just kept, trying to give it him, trying to end him, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's all I thought in my head, I want to end him, like. So, obviously, with a few, like, obviously I dropped a knife, but I cut him across the neck, across the arm and that. And then
lacerations.
Yeah, lacerations, but I didn't want that. At the time, I'm glad now, like, I'm so glad, but at the time, I just wanted to kill him, do you know what I mean, mate? I wanted to kill him, I wanted revenge for what I'd put my mum through, especially seeing her that night, all black and blue and that. It's not nice, is it? You know what I mean? Seeing your mum.
Oh, it's not nice.
No.
Yeah, listen, it's a violation at the end of the day. Like, but obviously now growing up and looking back, you know that you carrying that knife, it could have ended a different way, and you could not be sitting here right now with us.
That's why.
So you know.
And that's why I say, like, if
to the people out there,
if anyone ever like thinks about carrying a knife, don't, because you'll regret it. Do you know what I mean, mate?
Yeah,
regret it. Like, look what's happened to me. I got 4.5 years for it. Do you know?
Did you get 4.5?
I got 4.5 years for that, and on top of it, I done an extra 9 months. Served an extra 9 months on a recall. So I ended up getting like worked out at about a 7-year sentence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, mate?
So was that your longest sentence?
Yeah, that was my longest one. That was my second sentence. That was my longest one.
So you had your first one, your little shock. Then this just come out of nowhere. You know, fucking. Sorry, before we go on, is your mother still with this?
No.
Good.
No way.
Okay.
So after that happened, he knew we had to move. Yeah. So he's never been in that area since.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, so where you're from in North Wales, it is quite mad then.
No,
like,
it's
there's
mad,
people
mate.
who carry knives and shit like that, and
it's a mad little place, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know after like you done your deed and you got sentenced to prison?
Yeah.
How were you feeling then? Like when you look back and reflect, did that make you like? Were you sad? Were you empathetic?
At the time, you probably thought you was fucking like.
Or was you living off the high? Like, yes, I'm the man. I almost got him down.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought I was the man, innit?
How old was you?
I was 18 that time. 18.
You think you're bad?
But were you under the influence of anything? Or?
Yeah, I was steaming, bro.
Steaming.
Yeah, I'd only just come back off Turkey, so I was like, black. Do you know what I mean? Just come back off Turkey like that morning.
Did you have
Turkey?
Yeah, with my mates.
Did you drink regularly? Like?
Drinking was a big part of my life. It was a big problem. Do you know what I mean?
Did you drink to mask any pain and that?
I'll be truthful. I probably drank, to give me confidence, because I needed it at the time. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I drunk in my life. I think to give me confidence and I think I was the bad man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if off alcohol, you were quite a timid person now, were you then? Or?
I don't. Yeah, if I drink now, I'm totally different.
Because right now, bro,
timid.
you're such a
timid.
No, what I'm saying is
timid.
No, right. Look, this guy is lively. But I'm talking back then. Like you might have been a bit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it was more for like the people I hung around with and the things we were doing. I needed confidence, mate.
Under the influence.
Yeah, like now I could just go out and do whatever. Do you know what I mean? I don't need.
You
alcohol.
seem like a really nice
going.
The genuine side of you just screams out like.
I said
such
that
a nice
straight away,
guy.
didn't I? What did I say, man? I said, bro,
don't come across someone who like would do them things, like, do you know what I mean? But that's what happens when you grow up, innit?
Mate, that's nothing, that, bro.
So that 4-year sentence, then, can you tell us a bit about where did you go? Where did you spend the majority of your time?
So first of all, I got remanded. But it was weird back then. You could have ciggies and that, like you hand them in the police station, and
they take them.
Yeah, it was weird. So my mum brought me like 2 packs of ciggies, a couple of pouches of burn. So me and my mates, we ended up on remand,
Sorry, what did your mum say of it, actually? That's what I'd like to know, innit? Because obviously your mum's boyfriend...
obviously she wasn't happy, was she? Do you know what I mean? Because of what I'd done with using a knife. Do you know what I mean? She does want her son, like, because it was a big thing. I'll tell you the quick thing now. So that video, from the CCTV of that whole incident, they still use that to this day.
For like knife crime and stuff?
No, as police training.
Really?
Get on that one then. As police training, still to this day, mate.
What?
That whole incident, So
is that available to watch? That CCTV?
No.
Run the clip.
Yeah.
He's thinking, not again.
Not again.
Yeah.
Nah, fucking hell, that's mad.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, go on, sorry, and let's get back to the prison.
Yeah, so I went to Lancaster Farms on remand for a week, just while we went back to court. Obviously, we were nice. Me and me. Oh, I didn't tell you, my coat, he got nicked with me as well. So I'll just tell you quick what he done. So what he done, he picked the knife up when I was like struggling, fighting with my boy, his mates and this and that. He'd picked the knife up, grabbed me stepdad, chucked him towards the phone box and put the knife to his neck. He was going to shiv him up as well. Do you know what I mean?
Where are you at this time now?
All I can remember is him doing that. And I'm like, no.
So you had second thoughts then?
Yeah, well, I must have, because obviously I didn't want my mate going to jail for like life or something.
So did you have second thoughts of fucking hell, I don't want to kill him,
I don't want this guy
I want to kill him, not Darren?
Yeah, I wanted to do it, not Darren. I didn't want Darren getting in trouble, but he ended up getting in trouble, and he ended up getting an extra, I think it was an extra 10-year sentence.
Oh, can I just ask, bro, how did it come to an end though?
It come to an end, because obviously his mates got involved and he like walked off, and we had to run off then because we knew the police were going to come. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So we run down the woods and hid. Yeah. I hid for ages, just behind a tree in the woods. He ended up going back straight back up and getting nicked straight away. So I ended up coming back up into the Strand, and someone's sister, who I know I'm not going to mention her name, she seen me, she went, look Paul, jump in quick, I'll take you to the house and get changed, because there's police everywhere. She went, they're surrounded everywhere, because it's a big crime,
course,
I could have had more knives on me, I could, so I
went
on
edge.
Yeah, I went and changed my t-shirt and walked back into town like a helmet and got nicked as well.
Shut up.
You know what I mean? I think I must have wanted
in the
to
most
get in.
baitest place. Like.
Yeah, like it's just daft, mate. But
would you have handed yourself in?
I don't know at the time. I was 18. I don't know. Probably, yeah, probably. But so I went to Lancaster Farms, yeah. And then for a week, and then after a week we went to Old Course. And I remember when we got to Old Course, we were still on remand, but there was a fella called Anthony Hughes. He used to run our area, like him and his brother, yeah. But they're just bullies now. I'm not asked if they see this or whoever sees it, whatever it is, what it is. But they were just bullies back in the day, do you know what I mean? They gave me a little slap last year. Anyway, so he was in there, so Darren was like, no, Darren ended up going on that wing because he was at high risk. I went on the induction wing and there was no space for Darren. So he went on there and obviously come back and told me the message in the induction, said, he's going to batter you and all this. But I was a kid, bro. He was a big man, yeah? Like a unit, bro. Yeah. So anyway, it was mad how it happened. He ended up getting shipped out 3 days later.
Did you feel lost on your own then? Like your boy gone and that?
Yeah, I was a bit, mate, because I was not used to managed jail, was I? At this time, this was...
You was in a YO the first time. This is a big boy sentence. Yeah. You're doing 4 years or 5 years.
I thought it was getting longer, bro, because it was attempted murder.
It was remand, was it first?
It was attempted murder at first.
Fucking hell.
Do you know what I mean? It was attempted murder, wasn't it? So I thought, at the start, I was looking at, like, Darren was like, look, Darren had been in jail before. He was like, look, you're getting at least 10 years here.
Yeah, I don't ever listen, right? Do you know what?
The numbers
you know when you're in jail,
beginning.
you know when you're in jail, and you're on remand or someone else is, you'll get people like, let me see the papers, like, let me see what's going on. I'll be your judge and all. The people come with some daft feelings, don't they? Way off. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, so anyway, mate, basically he got shipped out and I was buzzing, and then I just glided through my sentence. I got used to everything, and because I'm an easygoing person, I attract mates straight away, yeah, and I attract like good people around me. Not all the time, like, but I think they're good, you know. But it is what it is. So I attract loads of people. So I just glided through that sentence. You know what I mean, mate? And it was all good. It was sound in there.
On this sentence now. Was you thinking, I'm going to come out and sort my life out? Or was you still not one thought? No. You was planning to do other things?
I was thinking about coming out and sort my life out because I had a good family network, yeah? Okay. So I had my nana coming in to see me all the time, my mum, do you know what I mean? My dad, my aunties. I had a good family, so I was just saying to them, look, I said, I'll get out, I'll sort my head out, I'll go back to work and, I'll just carry on.
So what happened then?
When I got out when I got out again, I ended up getting so what happened then is I got another sentence. I got a recall and 9 months later. A 9 month sentence, like months later, do you know what I mean?
I don't want to go into every prison sentence, so I don't want to be too negative. But
that's what I mean.
You was in if people Google your name, Paul Greenough, there's a mugshot of you for a burglary and I'll be honest, and I was an addict myself. But I had kind of morals. I only done petty shoplifting, and that was my way to make money. I never used to people who burgle. Like, I don't know these days it's mad. But I used to think burglary and stuff like that was like a naughty thing I would never do. Like, what made you go to that length?
Can I just say one thing before we go into that? Burglary it's a nasty thing, and I regret it still to this day. That's why it's another part of why I've changed as well. Yeah, it's because of the crimes I've done. I want to change and I want to help people now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to be. Because I feel ashamed because I didn't get brought up that way. Do you get what I mean?
I think it's a crowd mentality as well, isn't it? I don't think you would have ever done a burglary on your own.
No.
Because there was a few of you, weren't there? Yeah. So, what was the turning point for you then, Paul, of snapping out of it? Did you have because obviously you've been sorted now for a year or two, I'm assuming, innit?
Yeah.
Was it...
I've been sorted now for, I got up nearly 3 years.
3 years. Yeah. But was there times before that where you genuinely came out of prison, wanted to change, seen progress, but then got brought back for some type of bullshit?
No. No.
So it was, once the time you did decide to change, that was it
Yeah, I decided to change. Obviously, I got out 3 years ago, but it was a couple of years before that. I've been out you see, when I got done with them burglaries, I was changed then. I was a changed man then. Do you know what I mean? I was changed. No, I don't. No,
what happened then?
Seriously, I was changed. I had the burden. She was dead good to me, and I was a changed man, bro.
Yeah.
I just went out one night, literally one night, on one of the burgs, and it was like, look, we're going to go and grab this car, Obviously, it was just, I don't want to go into why it was, but it was like, we're going to go and grab this car, take it, blah blah blah, and it ended up being a burglary, classed as a burglary, both times.
So alcohol again.
I was on alcohol
and
And
drugs.
money? What about money?
I think money.
What was your
What was I
situation
doing?
then?
I was working then. I was actually working.
So you were doing these, but you weren't like, oh, I need extra cash. Like,
No, it was these cars. What we got was for people, for other people to do jobs in. Yeah, do you know, like other grafters.
licks and
So
stuff.
So you need a fast motor. So it was more for like other people. I had a job in that. I've always worked like on and off. Do you know what I mean? Apart from when I've been in jail, I've always worked, even though I've drunk and that. You know, from like how can I say, from 20s, I've worked in a good job. Do you know what I mean?
So what was the turning point then? Like, what made you decide to knock everything on the head?
It was to do with my girlfriend, yeah. But the final turning point was when Anna passed away in jail, and my mum was always said to me, "Listen, you need to stop because your Nana is going to die when you're in jail," and it broke me.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Broke me, bro. Broke me. But they let me go to the funeral, so that was my turning point. I had a phone call to her. I had a phone call to her the night before she passed away, and that was it. She, I promised her. Do you know what I mean? So, I had to, bro. You know, even like when I go out with some of the boys now, and like say like if I'm around, like whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like I could get in trouble with certain people on it, and I'd like they think I've gone weird. Some people, innit? Some people are like, "Oh, you've gone weird," just you know.
Yeah, because you're changing your
Because
ways.
you've got your morals intact.
People do. It don't matter what if you're in that life and you turn, everyone's gonna think you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
But normal people won't. Like I think you're a weirdo for doing. Like normal people think you're a weirdo for doing it.
Yeah.
You know. So what you're doing now is amazing, bro. And don't let no one ever tell you different.
Yeah, you're smashing it, bro.
Do you know as well now? Like myself, anyway. Like I'm too scared to ever go back to jail.
Yeah.
Like, have you got that fear installed in you?
I'm exactly the same, bro. If I went out now with the boys, just say it was a car that wasn't insured or wasn't this. I'm like, listen, I need to get out. I can't go back to
Proper
jail.
law abiding.
Yeah. I'm a lot like people might not think it because people still look down on me from where I'm from. Yeah, I go into the local pub, yeah, and you should go watch it. I know what you think, mate. They look down on me like I'm a scumbag and that. Do you know what I mean? For the things.
This
I've
is
done.
in your local pub.
Yeah, in my local pub.
You haven't got no people have like took you in like reformation and just like the past is in the past.
No.
There's still some people throwing mud.
Yeah, everybody in that local area where I'm from. I don't live in my local
But
area.
do you think that's because they still think you're probably up to shit?
Yeah, 100%.
Because like myself as well, a lot of people hated me, but once I opened up and was just honest, like people kind of obviously everyone got haters and I got loads of people who hate me as well, but like I'm just saying, like, do you think maybe like if it's just time and time will show and people...
Well, hopefully now I'm doing this, more people will recognise what I'm doing and see that I'm not involved in anything. I've just got my life. I'm trying to like build my life. Do you know what I mean? I'm 33 now. I want like at least... I'm going to give 2 years into this, like proper, like every day. Just
Can you imagine where you'll be in 2 years?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, bro. So I'm just going to keep smashing at it, keep doing what I'm doing, yeah.
Did the jail ever do like restorative justice or anything like what they done with Cullen, with you?
What's that?
Yeah, so like with the victims. So when I done like a crime, like when I was committing shoplifting, the one time like I started on someone who worked there, you know, and fucking caused like traumatized them. So you go and say sorry, you have a meeting with them and that and all that. I had to do that on a Zoom call.
That's good.
Did you ever do that?
No, mate, I'll be honest with you, they didn't do shit for me.
But then you know what you're doing now is
They should see your content and know who you are.
And the other thing as well, to be honest, we're talking about like the people accept you and are like back into who gives a fuck. Who gives a fuck?
Like, could you swear?
You're right, bro.
I've been like thinking about.
I noticed a few times.
Listen, we keep it real here, mate. We keep it real.
So I could just I've been like
some people don't swear because of the monetization. We don't give a fuck.
Sorry, bro. I interrupted your story, bro. But carry on.
What was what?
Well, so we were talking about. There was one more thing I want to say about the prison, just to cuff it off. Then,
yeah,
right?
I don't want to. Because
So, what was the worst prison you went to?
I'd probably say the worst prison I went to was probably Walton.
Oh yeah. I heard that Slasher City there. Bro.
I've been there 4 times. I think 4 times. But I was nice in there. But I obviously had a few stories in there, you know. But that was the worst prison.
What was the worst thing you've seen in Walton?
That I wasn't going to get to that. So I was on the freeze landing on G-Wing, yeah. This was about years ago. I can't remember who I was partnered with. So I was working in the kitchens, yeah. So all that freeze landing was the kitchens, all the kitchens lads. So I come out my pad in the morning, and the pads are low like that, yeah. So you like dip your head under. So I dip my head under.
The what?
The door, you know, the pad doors.
The cell door.
The cell doors, yeah. So they're like that.
Oh, well, the window. Oh,
no, when you got the doors like the doors.
Really?
Yeah, they're low, bro. So you dip.
Old doors.
very old, very old. So you dip your head under. I dip my head under. Well, I got done a stretch. Looked over, seen some lad with one of them jugs. Yeah, I'll show you what.
Scalding them.
One of them jugs, yeah. And I'm not.
They're the exact ones they have in jail, innit? Them ones.
So he had one of them. So I looked over like I was like, what the hell's he doing? And I seen this kid come up the pad, just in time, mate, and he put it straight in his face, bro. It was horrible. Those screams off him. Oh, mate.
Curdling.
I can still picture it now to this day. I can still, picture it. And it was years ago.
That must have been traumatising for you and for him.
Yeah, it was nasty, bro.
Do you reckon his face is still
mate, it must. I don't know how, I'm sure, someone said, I couldn't look, but when he put his hands on his face,
skin was falling.
And his skin's falling off and that. Oh, mate, it was that bad, It was horrible, bro.
Yeah.
What was it, just boiled water?
No,
Sugar with sugar.
I've seen
I'll tell you, in Stoke-Heath, I remember the boys when I was working in the barista. I was working in the kitchens. You could do your 3 week your meal, can you? You did
yeah.
And I was doing bakery, and these lads asked me for lard, and I was like, "What do you want a lard for?" And they were asking, and they bought the lard off me. A couple of days later, someone's been scalded. I found out they were using the tub of lard in the fucking mixing the hot water with the lard,
thick,
and they scalded someone with it, all his chest is bad, bro. Fucking
I've heard stories of people using bleach on that as well.
Yeah, they use anything up a sugar, bleach, anything.
Yeah.
Listen, I've seen some sick stuff in jail, do you know what I mean, bro? I seen my mate get slashed up when he was on the toilet. I was just seeing some mad stuff, but I had to keep that for another time, innit? Just don't want to glorify stuff, do you know what I mean, mate?
What was the worst thing you done in prison then?
The worst thing I done in prison was probably breaking a screw's leg by accident.
By accident?
By accident,
Fell
mate.
down the stairs or something?
I was down the block for 9 weeks, bro, for it. So basically what happened was I was brushing a lad in, yeah?
Oh, you was screw boy.
Yeah, no. At that
cleaner,
time, obviously we had the wing on lockers, me and the boys.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah, obviously we and all travel boys, we had it nice, yeah. So obviously I was a cleaner a land in. Next minute we were having beef with the Scousers, yeah. It was going nasty for a couple of days, anyway,
in Walton or
Old Course this one.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've been brushing the land in, and then I've heard a bit of screams, yeah. So I looked down at that side. Steve Lavelle was fighting with a Scouser, yeah. So anyway, I've run down with a brush, yeah. And as I've been running, I didn't notice it, but this woman, Jeanette, the scream, got on with her like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was one of the decent officers. She wasn't a helmet or nothing. Do you know what I mean? So she was running down. So anyway, she's got there before me, but I didn't see her for some reason. And I've just went I hit the lad, and then as I've come back I've hit her across the knee, bro. And obviously I think I broke a leg or done something bad to her knee. It put her off work for 9 months, whatever it was, yeah. So anyway, we got took to our pad, yeah. Obviously, all the screws come running on by that time. Got put to our pad. I said, ripped the top off. I said, Steve, come on, we're having it with these now. We're going to have it with him. He's like, whoa, I'm not doing that. I said, Steve, we're going to block. I said, come on. He's like, we won't. I said, I've just injured the screw. We didn't know what we'd done properly then. Didn't know the extent of it. You know what I mean? I said, we're going to block. He said, get your top off. Let's fucking have it with him now. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't. You know, he thought we wasn't getting fair. Next minute, well, not next minute, about half an hour later, 45 minutes later, that was it. The tornado squad was there. Not the outside one, the inside one.
Yeah, you have the screws who train to be tornadoes. And
what's that like?
Riot gear.
So they come in.
Well, if
a juggernaut on Call of Duty.
I love watching them on YouTube. I watches all the prison riots and that.
But if you comply with them, they say, look, could stand against the wall, comply.
The amount of protests I've seen. I've seen people on the netting, and then you'll see the riot squad come in with packs of crisps and penguins. And
mate,
shut up.
Come down, we'll give you some penguins. That's that bad.
If I do another one with you next year or something, I'll tell you more jail stories.
Yeah, we'll do one just for jail.
Oh man, I've got some belter
stories. Let's move on. We've got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So. You've got a good network of family.
Can I just tell you what happened to me over that?
Go on.
So I ended up going down the block for 9 weeks, bro. fucking had some bad stories down there. So I was down there for 9 weeks, but I was on a nasty charge as well, what I didn't do. So I ended up getting out of there after no jail would accept me, so they just kept me down there for what I done. So what she done as well, she wrote a letter to the governor saying she didn't want to press charges because that's what I'm saying, bro. I seen her back on another sentence. She was on the wing. That's too much to say. Anyway, she come up to my pad that time, so I go back to the block. So I got out of the block, yeah, but in that block time. I read a book about that gram seed, innit? And through the block, I was like suicidal. My head was going. It was 9 weeks down the block. It was horrible, mate. So,
he got you through it, did he?
At the end of it, yeah. Like I read his book, mate, and it helped me out so much. That's why I went to meet him.
Yeah, for people out there who might ever go to jail, you know, I'm not wishing on anyone, but read.
Yeah, it helps.
Don't put your head in a television.
No.
Don't get into all your shit on the landings and the prison politics. Get a job and read. There's nothing better.
Yeah.
What was the main message you got out of that book?
Main message I got out of that book? I can't even remember, to be honest. I just remembered it helped me because it was about at the end it was about God and how he'd reached out to God and it helped him. So I thought like God was with me then.
Okay.
I thought God was with me, and because the chaplain man was coming to see me specifically every day, because my mum had obviously phoned the jail. So I thought like God was with me, and I thought, I could just relax now. I've got someone there. It was mad.
That's nice.
It was just make you feel like powerful.
Yeah, it was mad.
It's
bro.
mad, isn't it?
Yes, a lot of
you
people
believe
feel
in
it.
that.
Yeah, mate. And I just like felt like God was there. He was coming every morning, and he was like having a chat with me, you know. And it just it felt nice because I was there on my own for the first like 5 weeks or something.
Right then, that was lovely. Thank you. Let's get into some positive shit then.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. All right, and so you've decided to do a YouTube channel. Now, I believe you had a YouTube channel at the start, but then retracted it.
Yeah, so what happened was I had a YouTube channel. I'll tell you how I got that in a minute.
What made you want to get into YouTube?
Yeah, okay then. What made me get into YouTube was my best mate, Mike James. He passed away last July on his birthday. He passed away, so it sent me head west, like proper badly sent me head west. Like, so I started taking tablets at this time, because I had a bad back as well. So I started taking more tablets, and so I started just watching YouTube, you know, at home. And I got into it, and then obviously I got on the Cody Lackey on there, and I was watching Darren G, and I enjoyed it, so I just made my own channel. Do you know what I mean? I got up to 870 subscribers, but my missus, she didn't like it. She was like, it's embarrassing, it's cringy, you know, and it wasn't, mate. I was speaking to lovely people on there, do you know what I mean, mate? Like,
You get it. Listen, it's the same in music as well. Like people I know who we had Local on. He's performing. He's in the charts and I know.
Yeah.
Like Ryan. We'll say how people from Cardiff, his own mates, cringe at him. Like it's cringy. And what you rapping? Like, listen, you're doing a good fucking thing, and if it's helping you more than anything, and other people, do you speak to her now?
No, not now.
If she looked, I bet she's fucking chewing on her words, or isn't she?
Probably now, yeah. Because,
do you know what I mean?
Because I'll just tell you, I deleted the channel, like around January time. I was on 870 subscribers, and I was dying to get to that 1,000. When you're on them numbers, you want to get to the 1,000, don't you? So I deleted it because I said, look, she went, I'll stay with you, blah blah blah. You know, I said, I'll delete it. You know what I mean? I'll get rid of it. I won't go on it no more. But I said, I promise you. So then I made another one up because the relationship was going up and down, you know, because we were together every day. So I made another one on the sly, innit?
She give you an ultimatum, did she? Delete the channel or when we're breaking
basically,
up?
Like, she wasn't a bad person, though. She was, like, she had my back. Yeah. So I could never, like, slag her off in a bad way because she always had my back, looked after me, made sure, like, everything was done for me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for the 6 years that I was with her, like, even through jail, she had my back completely, so I could never slag her
So
off.
that weren't cringe, you going to jail and that, but doing a YouTube channel, trying to talk about positive stuff, was like...
I think it was because at that time I was just making random videos.
Yeah, but...
Still,
you know, you're coming
you're
into
doing
yourself.
it for you, and you're trying to make something for yourself.
Yeah, it's fucking, you know, so when did you start the channel you got now?
February.
And that was the one on the slide, was it?
Yeah, February. But I wasn't really like putting any effort into it until I split up with her, which was in July.
Was the first one called Fighting Trolls?
Yeah.
Why did you come with the name Fighting Trolls?
Do you know what, mate? I don't even know, because what it was, I was watching Cody's and there was a lot of trolls on there, yeah? So I thought, I'll be the fighter, I'll fight some. That's what I thought in my head, so I just put my name as fighting trolls, you know what I mean?
Like actual scrapping them?
Yeah, well, I went to meet a troll.
Just attacking him.
I went to meet a troll in Liverpool, didn't I? And because he said he was going to piss on my head and do this and that. He might not be a troll, but he doesn't show his face and gives everyone
that's
shit.
A negative comments.
That's just
that is a troll.
That's a nitbag.
Yeah, that's why I
proper scumbag.
I thought he was one of the boys because he was a Scouser or whatever he is, Birkenhead or whatever. So I went over to Liverpool and ripped my top off in his hometown. I waited 8 hours for him. He didn't show up.
You know you this is what I mean about so genuine and like.
And that was real for the YouTube channel, was it? Like,
I put it. It's on my YouTube channel still now.
So, just for the people out there who don't know, then, how many subscribers have you had in this space of time?
I've had in this from February till now, but obviously I'd say from November, from June or July until now, I've got 3,500 up to now.
So basically, in perspective, we started around the same time, and or maybe a bit like. You might have been, we February, March, we're about March. Yeah. We're on 2.5K, and you've over surpassed us on now on 3.5K.
Yeah.
And that's, we think we're doing really well, so fucking hats off to you for that, mate.
Bro, and you know what? The community right now is solid, bro.
Yeah. How many is it a night live?
Jumped on a live the other day, what was it, 150? You're saying that's nothing. I'm saying
that's amazing, but he gets like 400 on.
In between 2 and 4 now, but it's decent. But there's a lot of I've met some really good people, and it's a good community.
Great community.
Very good community. There's so many nice people in there. It's really nice people.
Can you just talk to the people as well? Like, obviously, like I know what it is, but like, what do you do on a weeknight then? And
so what I do, when I wake up, this is my daily thing now. So I'll wake up and I'll speak to people all day on WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, my phone. So it could be someone that's got problems with drugs and having a bit of an issue. Someone could be just lonely, or someone's my friend, So I speak to people all day long. And then around 7:30 every night, I'll do a live stream for about 3.5 hours. And I'll get all kinds of guests on and, just having banter.
Unpredictable,
Yeah, it's unpredictable. Last night I had singers on, mate. I was singing, you know what I mean? Someone playing the guitar, singing, mental.
When did you collide with Peanut then?
Collide with Peanut. What happened to me and Peanut was his cousin or whatever, Uncle K. Uncle K, this guy, Uncle K, is a belter, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out Uncle K.
Shout out Uncle K.
Yeah.
See you down here soon.
Yeah, he's got a good story. He's just
That's your uncle?
Yeah, it's because...
My cousin's lived with the killer, innit?
We'll talk. We'll get Harlan on at the end anyway for you guys. But
So I met Harlan through Uncle K. So that's how I met Alan, and we've become like friends. He comes on the channel all the time. He's got loads of people supporting him now as well, It might help him out with some mental health issues if he's got any, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It helps me out so much just talking, and I love helping other people as well, mate.
I want to say though as well, like obviously it's doing well, and we got to get into like what I said at the beginning about the negativity and stuff. So obviously, I work on my phone mainly. Like it can be quite like stressful. Like, what are you like with your phone? If you're on it all the time, like, don't you get like stressed out? You like think you're on it too much, your phone, or do you have like a time like in the day where you're just off your phone, or is it just everywhere?
I'll be honest with you, at the moment now I'm on my phone from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to sleep.
Yeah, I think you
it's bad.
do
I do. Even my sister and that tells me like you need some time off.
Yeah, what I've noticed is like everyone's like what you've got is amazing. Yeah, and the people are relying on you now, mate. You know that, innit? Yeah. People are in your lives waiting 2-3 hours before it's going out, and that's great. But people also get funny with you when you don't reply to a comment, a lot of people, or if you're late for a live, or sometimes you don't even want to do the live.
No, I know.
People need to understand that, like, you have a life as well, and don't feel bad for telling people that, like, because I know you're a people pleaser.
Very bad.
You do need to have time for yourself, Paul. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't be, you've got your own mental health issues. You've got your own problems.
That's what people don't realise. Look where I'm living, bro. I'm living in a supported housing.
Yeah.
It's not a hospital.
Can you explain what that is to the people?
So what it is, I split up with my ex and I had about 4.5 grand saved, So I was trying to get a flat of my own. But because I've had no outgoings or ingoings, like electricity bills, Sky bills, so I had nothing like that, so I couldn't get anywhere to live. So obviously I had a mental health worker type thing. Not mental health, like case worker she is. She helps with stuff like that and helps with getting your work.
Housing.
So and she put me onto the housing and the housing officer, and he put me in there. Do you know what I mean? He got me a place in there because I need support. They understand my life. I can't look after myself. That's the only thing about my life. I can't do anything. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to pay bills. I don't know how to do. I just can't do anything.
I love that honesty, bro. And I'm the same. I think. Like I rely on my missus and stuff, and my parents. It is what it is.
So at the moment, I've got like my sister. She's there for me every day. Yeah.
Another thing as well, which obviously I see people shouting out all the time, and we've had a conversation off camera. I want to tell you about it anyway. Like obviously, a lot of people think you take drugs.
Yeah.
It's no one's business if you do or you don't anyway. But can you just open up on that and the problems why people say like you sound like you're on drugs or you look like you're on drugs or you're doing drugs?
I'll be honest to you. Number one, they say that because of my nostrils. Do you know, because I've got that thing adenoid, which I'm having out very soon, so I won't sound like that. Yeah. Number two, it could be because I'll be honest to you. I do take cocodamols quite a bit for me back. That's why I wear a back strap. Every now and again. But with regarding taking drugs, I don't really take drugs no more, do you know what I mean? It's like, I'll be honest with you, I had a bit of a blip in August time. I went on a bit of a 3-day bender, yeah? I had a few sniffs of beak there, yeah? But I wasn't on camera, I wasn't affecting anyone, I didn't buy it, I was just in a bit of a party, do you know what I mean? And then I had a bit of a sniff I think it was about 3 weeks ago, in a bit of a party again, but it wasn't on camera, it wasn't around anyone.
You don't have to declare these though to people, you know what, innit? Like these, you know, just having a little drink. Everyone goes and has a drink, and if they want to sniff, they can. Like,
that's what I mean.
But I mean, people think you're like a full-on addict.
No. I'm not an addict. I've never been. Drugs has never been a problem for me. It's never been drugs. You know what I mean? Yeah, I take cocodamols. That's
why your eyes are pinned.
Yeah, that's why my eyes are pinned. But obviously, I have to get them cocodamols because like
they prescribed.
No, they're not prescribed.
Just bought off.
I have to get them, because like.
That's stressful in itself. If you've got an addiction to cocodamol,
I don't think I got an addiction. It's just.
But you take them every day, so.
No, not every day. No.
Well, you've got to be careful with them.
Yeah, you got to be careful on them, bro, because they are opioid based as well.
Yeah, you will, and that makes sense. That makes sense, innit? Why you've got your eyes peeled.
Also, your voice as well, like you said about your nose. That's probably what it is.
Well, that's why. Do you know when I get this adenoid out of there? Yeah. It's about that big. He said the doctor, the surgeon said it's about that big. So they've got to go up. They've got to go through my ear and up my nose to get it actually fit.
Fuck that!
It's massive, bro. It's blocking my bro. Do you know where it goes?
Sinuses.
Yeah, it's blocking everything.
Horrible that, bro.
So basically, I'm not an addict, and that's the truth. That, and everyone that knows me from my area, you all know I'm not an addict.
Well, I just want to say as well, you've been down here 4 days. Yeah. I spent all of Friday with you. Harlan spent a couple of days with you. So's that Jordan kid.
He's been with me every day.
They would fucking know. Do you know what I mean?
He's been with me for every single minute, every single day.
But this is just for the record for people who are asking.
They think I'm on heroin.
Still, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? I'll do what I want when I want. If you don't like it, see you later. Do you know what I mean? No, but I don't. That's the thing. So I get donations as well, yeah? Some people donate to me, not loads, but I do, and I'm grateful for it. Do you know what I mean? People help me out. But if I get donations, you won't see me going in the pub or going to buy drugs or, I'll go and use it on a train ticket or a hotel and
food.
Yeah, but if you're going away to like to one of your destinations,
people are supporting your YouTube channel.
If you're going to Birmingham for a day, and you're doing content, if you want to go to a pub and out with that many, buy a pint, do it.
Yeah.
Like people shouldn't be so wrapped up in that.
Should they?
This is what you're doing. Yeah, people are watching it.
I get a lot of that. People like, oh, you're a scroungy, you're this, you're that, you're that. I'm making content what people enjoy. Yeah. I'm doing it every day. I'm putting my whole effort into it.
It's not like you've got a job behind the scenes and loads of money.
No, I can't.
Like you've been honest. You're living in a fucking hostel.
I can't get a job from there. That's what I mean. They're all like, I've worked most of my life. Do you know what I mean? On and off when I'm being in jail. I can't get a job from where I'm living because I'll have to pay £330 a week. Yeah. So the council pay $290, we pay $35 or something on top. Do you know what I mean?
Anyway, it don't matter
right
to them.
So for the future then, just more content, more just giving people happiness, lives, stuff like that.
Meeting new people, doing different things.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm going to do. And then eventually, if it all works out, doing well, and I'm getting doing well, I'm going to try and go to Europe and do stuff.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
do more, obviously more challenges and more. It's like, mate, it's
sky's the limit.
It's
that's
endless,
what it is,
mate. Endless.
All right, this is the best part of the show now because we got some questions, some what you rather stuff like this. So just try and answer them as quick as you can because obviously we will be running short on time. I want to get them all in.
Yeah.
Okay. First one. What's the worst thing you've been accused of which you've never done?
Murder.
Wow, fucking hell. I want to go into it now,
I
but
can't, it's just I can't go into it because other people.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
It's
what's the best city you've gone to film in?
Scotland.
Maddest experience whilst travelling, apart from meeting us?
The maddest thing what we done was getting into Rangers ground. Stevie Gerrard's last game for free.
That's special. That's special.
Yeah, Stevie Gerrard's last game, and I've got on my video.
I'm a massive Stevie G fan.
Yeah, on my video, I've got a clip where it zooms into Stevie Gerrard, says his name underneath it, Stevie Gerrard, blah blah blah, and it was his last game for
Beautiful
Rangers. He's going to be
history. That.
Yeah, he's going to be remembered as a hero there, isn't he? So
yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I was there at his last game.
Okay,
NFT that.
What's that?
It's just a thing, like.
Yeah, what does it mean again?
Yeah.
NFT.
It's like basically you can sell like digital art.
Oh right.
And that video's a 101.
Yeah.
But it might be worth something.
Yeah, you never know, bro.
Okay, then.
I've got so much content there, you know.
What's the most hurtful or worst comment you've received from being on YouTube?
About my mate's best mate saying that I poisoned him. And that's how he passed away.
What?
Yeah.
What, on his deathbed?
No, because they've obviously
There's a rumour from something.
No rumours. They've obviously just heard that my best mate passed away last year, and then some sicko has just put that comment, bro.
Out of the blue.
Out of the
And
blue.
people believe it, like.
No one believes this. No one's ever said anything about it. Just I seen it and obviously spoke about it.
Sick.
Sick,
Yeah,
but
but there's another guy in it as well, like who said about you're a murderer because you sold him some fucking.
Oh,
things.
that's John Morrisher. He made up a big lie, a big lie, yeah, saying that I sold him fake dialysis, and he ended up in intensive care for a couple of days. But his story was just that.
Which he probably did,
That's like a
but it
woman
didn't mean you
faking
sold
brain
him.
No, he didn't.
He didn't even end up in intensive care and made up that you sold him. He actually just lied about it all.
He made the whole thing up. He was
Fucking
jealous. He was jealous because I got to 1,000 subscribers. That was it. Weird.
It's mad, isn't it, bro?
Low, bro.
He dresses as a woman. He's been dressing as a woman for years.
But I just want to say though, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. The's nothing,
do what you want, bro.
Yeah, there's
just don't make
lies.
Yeah, that's what, I don't mean it in a bad way like that. I mean what it is. He's just I don't know. He's just not
yeah. No, it's fair enough. All right, and I got a couple of names now. I don't even read. I shouldn't really be dropping his names.
Yeah, no, I'm a YouTuber, bro.
Yeah, no. These are YouTubers, right? Yeah. But I like some of them I shouldn't even drop. But I'm going to. I want to know your opinion.
Yeah.
All right, first one, James English.
James English, I think he's all right, but he's a bit boring, and I don't know, I just can't watch him. I don't mind his action, like Darren G ones and that, they were all right, and Marvin Herbert, but he's just, I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea.
Decker Heggie.
I've heard a lot of allegations against Decker Heggie, but I'll be honest with you, I do watch a few of his, like, you know, his troll videos when he does about trolls. I like them, but I don't watch his podcast. He's blocked me off Instagram. I don't know why. I think he's all right, but yeah, I think he's all right.
Sean Atwood.
Helmet. Creep. Weirdo. It's my opinion, innit?
Okay. Darren G.
Ooh, here we go. Well, to be honest, I didn't mind Darren G. I watched him for over a year, do you know what I mean? And then he turned on me, because I had Ditchy on, and I got mates with Ditchy, so he turned on me, started calling me all nonsense, blah, blah, blah. So now I think he's a fucking dickhead.
Okay.
Simple.
Liam Ditchfield.
Oh, yeah, I think Liam Ditchfield's all right. Yeah, I've met Ditchy, he's my mate. Yeah, he's a good lad. Good stuff. He's always looking out for me and that. Talks a bit much, like, but, you know, when he, you know, gives me a bit of opinions.
Advice,
yeah, but yeah.
Opinions.
Yeah, he's a nice lad, Liam. He's good stuff, like.
You went where'd you go together?
Brighton.
Looked like you had a scream of a time.
Yeah, we had a good time. We didn't film too much because my battery died, didn't it? So.
Yeah, okay. Ben Hatchett.
Ben Hatchett, obviously, we had a bit of drama, didn't we? We didn't get on over, obviously, that girl he's with now. So obviously, I was texting her for a couple of years first, wasn't I? On and off for a couple of years.
Who was this, the birdies?
Yeah, I don't want to say her name, but yeah. Obviously, So I had a bit of chew with him, yeah. So he sent me.
In it, man, I'm not laughing at this beard. I'm laughing at like just everyone knows everyone in the
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
world.
yeah.
It's crazy.
So
I was gonna say that. That's a mad link.
Glad I'm staying out of it, really.
Yeah,
like.
so I was texting her for on and off for a couple of years, yeah, and I was going to go meet her up in Scotland, but one of my subscribers was texting her, bro, saying, "You're not meeting Paul, don't meet him. He's sorting things out with his ex-bird and all this and that."
Talking your fucking in it, man.
Mate, two of them done it,
They
bro.
probably go deep in your personal life.
Yeah, I won't name his name, but he knows who it is. Fucked it up.
Why are people like
for
that?
me.
Listen, guys. Obviously, I think everyone appreciates support and that. But like, you can answer your own fucking fight your own battles, and you know.
So that fucked it up for me. So she ended up getting with Ben then, and we found out about it. So he was on my live just calling him Ratchet, Ben Ratchet, yeah. Just joking about. I didn't have no ill will towards him. I liked him. So obviously, basically that happened, and then we was having jokes, and he sent me a few messages saying, "You're a weirdo, you creep, you're this, you're that." Do you know what I mean? You're a stalker. And so obviously, I just put a few videos out there saying, "Come on, let's have it," blah blah blah. And he was like, "You're not in my league," blah blah blah. But I didn't hate the guy. I still liked him. So Ben Archer, I think he's alright. I like what he's doing.
Yeah,
I like what he's doing.
He seems alright enough to me.
I like what he's doing. He's doing well. So Ben Archer, I think, sound. Yeah.
A living in London.
What? He's a fucking helmet, grass, weirdo, fucking snitch, helmet, knobhead. I hate him for what he done about Jordan. He's a little rat, and Liam and I think he could just come back.
Jordan, who you come down with?
Is he
Jordan
come back?
McCann.
Is he come back?
McCann.
Is he doing stuff again now? Living in London.
No, I haven't seen him for weeks. Bro. I used to like him, bro, and I wanted to meet him and all that, and like he ignored me down in London.
He was in Camden when I seen that.
I wanted to meet up with him, you know, just to meet up and do a few bits and bobs, and he ignored me. Wound me right up, mate.
Oh yeah. These you are Uncle K.
Oh, belter, sick, mate. He is a legend of a man. I'll give him a big shout out, Uncle K. Got no love for Uncle K.
I think Uncle K, right, is just like.
He's like an uncle, isn't he?
You know, he's funny. Like he's like sometimes he's just so cheesy funny.
Yeah.
But like he like when I watched because basically Uncle K, if anyone don't know, I'm gonna get him on.
Yeah.
They did a BBC Three documentary on him in like the early thousands, like when grime music and garage was massive, like 2005, 2006, and his one's about. It's called Tower Block Dreams, Ghetto 1C, and it's basically when you watch Corrupt FM, they based it on him. They've obviously watched this, and then you think, fucking hell, they took everything from you. So he was like, when I watched that, I thought he was a little like he looked like someone I'd hate back then because he acts like a little fucking horrible little bastard, But he's got a lot of wisdom. He's grown up a lot. He's a legend, and he's funny as fuck.
Oh, and he's a lovely man. He's
a lovely man.
Obviously, behind the scenes and on the phone, he gives me so much advice.
So
much, and he doesn't tell me what to do or nothing like that. He just gives me so much positivity, and you know, he's there. He supports me, man. He's a fucking,
that's amazing.
He's a legend, mate. I've got enough love for him, bro.
Shout out Uncle K. And on that note, we'll stop the names. Now we got the what you rathers. Okay, then. So, do you rather doing your lives or traveling?
Well, that's a hard one, bro, because I really enjoy live streams, bro. I don't know, like, it's a hard one. Like, because every time I'm on my travels, I want to just do lives. Even though if I'm in a pub, I'm like, I want to do a live, I want to get a live set up. Because I don't know what's happening, I don't know who's going to come on. I know. I speak to more, it's just belter, so.
And on the lives, you never know who could come on, who you could connect with.
And
and
I could go meet them in the next 2 weeks. So that's why I love them.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, go on.
But the other ones, you got to have one answer.
Yeah, go on.
So, you go travelling, Cardiff or London?
That's a tough one.
Was that a tough one? You stupid man. Cardiff or London?
No, I'll have to say Cardiff because London's too dear. It's just shite.
Yeah. I can't believe that.
I can't believe I ever.
No, I'm not on another price. I'm on about I can't believe it was a no-brainer. You should say Cardiff, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know, I can't believe how much he was. What about? Have your whole life streamed on YouTube or never go on YouTube ever again?
Have my whole life streamed.
Really?
Yeah. I do that.
It basically is anyway.
Yeah, because I'm honest about everything, you know what I mean?
Even when you're older, like even when you're like 60 odd, and you're just like, fucking leave me alone. No, it's just like a live chat there, like, and people are just watching.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It depends how long I'm going to do this for, because I enjoy it, mate. I'm proper happy.
No exit plan at the moment, just.
No, I'm going to keep going.
That's the way.
See where it leads
me,
because you could lead me anywhere, you never know.
Yeah. All right, then. Are you a mild or a spice?
Mild.
Are you a flat earth or a round earther?
Round earther.
If you could explore one of these, would it be deep sea or deep space?
Deep space.
And if you had 2 superpowers, one for yourself, one for humanity, what would they be?
I'd have a superpower of just making everyone happy and just keep everyone with no trouble in the world, yeah? Just everyone just loves everyone, and you just go around the world, everyone just loving everyone happy and all that, yeah? And there's no trouble, there's
It's
no
like
nothing.
the 60s.
Yeah, just a lovely world, and everyone just loves each other, no one's sly, and, just that kind of stuff. No one's, you know what I mean, don't you?
You're the only person who's just said one superpower just for everyone. He didn't even say one for himself.
I
so
know.
respect for that.
I was
man.
going to say,
You're not
right.
selfish at all there. Because you have 2 superpowers. I said one for yourself, one for humanity, but then you just give the one for humanity, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, then. I wanted to give a message to the people. First of all, I'd like to bring Harlan in. This is one of Paul's YouTube subscribers.
Peanuts.
This just shows... let me just say, can I just say, this is how good Paul is and how he interacts with his subscribers. Now, they never met before. I would never have met Paul if he didn't do the channel either. So, how have you found it, Paul? Hal, have you enjoyed your time?
Try speaking to the mic as well, bro.
Yeah, man, it's been good.
Yeah? Has he looked after you?
Yeah. I've looked after him as well.
More like.
Nah, this is what I mean. Like you know, it is special
And
what you're
Jordan
doing.
was
mate.
with you as well. Big
Yeah,
shout out
big
to
shout out
Jordan.
Respect to Jordan as
Yeah.
well. We had a great meal on Friday night in Pepe's. And
Yeah, lovely,
we had a
mate.
good laugh. And this is what I'm saying, man. More of this, Paul. More of
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Trust me.
yeah.
Good
Shout
bonding.
out Harlan. Respect, my brother.
Yes,
Respect.
Alan.
Yes, bro. Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
Oh, now you've got long advance.
Infrared. All right, yeah. So there's one thing I want to say before you send your message to the people.
Yeah.
You did mention at the beginning you was talking about being bullied in that cell.
Yeah.
I said, did you meet the bully again? Is it a moral to this story?
Yeah, so basically got him back about 3 years later. So about 4 years later, something like that in Stoke Heath on G-Wing. I had him in the showers, battered the shit out of him, bro. Battered my man, innit? Give him socked him up and that,
Yeah.
innit? Yeah, got him back, man. You know what I mean? Sent him off
There's
the
a
wing.
moral to the story.
Yeah,
there,
listen,
then, isn't it?
like I said, I've been in jail 14 times. I've got many stories about that and of other things, you know.
Yeah,
but
we'll definitely do it another time.
I've got to do that, you know.
100%.
100%.
Listen, we're both growing. Our
Yeah.
channel, your channel. Wouldn't it be good in like a
Yeah.
year's time to
Yeah.
come back, see where we are, bring
100%.
Harlan, see if you got a bit of hair.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, right. Do you have a message to the people? Anything you want to say? Anything inspiring? Down that
Yeah,
camera.
I'd just like to say thank you to everybody that comes on my channel, yeah, and I mean everyone that comments, subscribes, just shows me, like, you know, just be nice and just generally, yeah, I'm a bit, lost for words here, like.
Yeah.
On the spot.
Yeah, it's on the spot, but I just want to say thank you to absolutely everyone, you know, just for being there, helping me out, man, and just, like, helping. It's not me growing the channel, it's everyone else helping me as well that's coming on, you know. It's coming on each night, different people, and you know, it's just good, man.
It's good to see.
Yeah,
bro.
it's just good, like, I'm enjoying it.
I'm so glad you came down. I'm so glad I met you, mate, and I wish you all the best, honestly.
Same to
I
you.
really
it's
do,
gonna
mate.
be-
It's been a fucking pleasure.
Yeah, same.
And we'll definitely get you down again, man.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah,
100%.
We could do backstage stuff as well.
Yeah,
you know, little
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
yeah,
There's
yeah,
loads of stuff to do, bro. Goes camping in that mountain up there. You know.
Yeah, Garth Mountain, Garth Mountain.
Get my mans to film it and
Yeah.
just like do a bit of a like Bear Grylls.
That's what it's about, that's what it's about.
You know, you never know, son.
Guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. I want to thank Paul for coming down. People, go and follow his channel. You'll be very inspired, and you'll also have a laugh as well because it's very unpredictable. I want to thank you all for tonight. Stay central.
Stay central.
The Central Club.